Long, long time ago, I can still remember how DNA used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could teach those people that DNA is different from RNA. But teacher wages made me shiver with every test I'd finish grading. Bad news on my tax payments. I couldn't pay one more debt. I can't remember if I cried when I read the amount I owed, but something touched me deep inside the day I lost my job. So bye bye Miss DNA Pie, made up of two anti-parallel complementary strands, twisting around each other in a double helix, made up of little units called nucleotides. Little units called nucleotides. Now did you learn the comp-base pairings and what those letters stood for? Did they teach you that in school? And do you know the type of bond that bonds sugar to phosphate, as well as what bonds it to the base? 'Cause I know that C pairs up with G and that T pairs go with A. Oh, and the type of bond is named covalent bond, and the letter stood for cytosine with guanine, thymine, and adenine. All of this and more, I lost the day I lost my job. I started singing bye bye Miss DNA Pie, made up of two anti-parallel complementary strands, twisting round each other in a double helix, made up of little units called nucleotides. Little units called nucleotides. Now for 10 years I've been on my own, with money going to my crippling fees. But that's not how it used to be. When the teacher taught the class of kids in a coat he borrowed from Albert E, and a voice that came from Bill and Neil. Oh, and while the teacher was looking down, the jester stole the IB exams. The classroom was dismissed. All the students were failed, and while Jimmy read the book of cells, the 8th graders practiced in the lab, and we learned formulas in the dark of the day I lost my job. We were singing bye bye Miss DNA Pie, made up of two anti-parallel complementary strands, twisting around each other in a double helix, made up of little units called nucleotides. Little units called nucleotides. Oh, single-stranded and often linear, yet RNA is all too similar to our good friend DNA. You replaced a T on the list, you wrestle, picked over thymine with you, pairing up with adenine. Now the covalent bonds were pretty strong, and the sugar phosphate backbone too. We all got up to bond phosphate with ribose. Now that's only with RNA. With DNA it'd be deoxyribose. Boy, do I recall the day I lost my job. And we were singing bye bye Miss DNA Pi, made up of two anti-parallel complementary strands, twisting round each other in a double helix, made up of little units called nucleotides. Little units called nucleotides.